Every day I would wake up and not want to get out of bed. You never knew what kind of day it was going to be. Keeping yourself alive every day and keeping your kids alive was just all there was. Because I was so beat down, I didn't know myself anymore. I have 3 children. They are 4, 2, and 1. I've been at Restoration Village for probably almost a year and a half now. Before I came to Restoration Village, I was married to my husband for about 5 years. For a couple of years it was really good and everything, and then he started to get addicted to drugs and things. My husband wasn't himself anymore. He had changed. He would call me bad names, or sometimes he would get violent. I lived in fear all the time. Eventually we lost everything we had and were homeless. I never knew when or if I would have anything I needed, so it was very hard. Then we wound up moving away because I didn't want to tell my family what was going on. Things didn't get better. I kept thinking things will change, it'll get better. The doctors said that he was brain dead. He passed away from a drug overdose. I had to do organ donations. My husband saved 3 people. When I got to Restoration Village, it had only been 4 months since my husband had passed away. I had just had my 3rd child. I had never had 3 kids before. I had no idea what I was going to do. They showed me all the things that they had, and they walked me into the pantry and it was full of food all the way from the bottom to the top. I couldn't believe it. And it was free, and I could eat it whenever I wanted. After wondering what you were going to eat or what you're going to feed your kids for so long, and then just seeing that you can just get a plate and walk down a line and put as much food as you want in it. It's kind of like living in a dream world. They showed me a room full of diapers and wipes and everything you need for your children. There was playgrounds here at Restoration Village. All you had to do was walk out the door, and there were swings and slides and everything that your kids could want. Playrooms inside, the big living room. There was horses here. We ride on the horses every Thursday, and the kids love it. It's just really peaceful. It's a place that has really helped me heal on the inside. It made me feel like I had a future and given me hope and courage to see other women here. I feel like I'm learning from them every day, and we really help each other because we all have our own strengths and weaknesses. We hold each other up, kind of. You start to talk to each other, and the things you've been through, you can relate to each other a little bit and understand and not be judgmental. You don't feel any judgment here at Restoration Village. I grew up in church. I went to church every Sunday and Wednesday, and I went to Bible school. God was a very big part of my life. I even met my husband at church. But when things started to go bad, I felt ashamed. I felt like I was a failure, that I couldn't even talk to God because I had gone so far away from Him. I'd always been the good kid. I never got in trouble, never did anything wrong, and all of a sudden I was surrounded by mayhem. And I felt like I was a horrible mother. It got to where I couldn't even pray. And then after my husband died, I was just angry at God. Like being here at Restoration Village, just having all the nature around me and things, and the quiet, really made me feel that God was always there. I felt His presence, and I started to feel Him slowly heal me. And I felt Him right beside me, and I heard Him laughing. He was so happy. It was a really touching time, and I'll never forget it. Probably 4 to 6 months after I got to Restoration Village, I laughed, and I don't even remember what it was about. It was real. There was nothing behind it. It wasn't pretend. I remember feeling like, whoa, what just happened? Very slowly after that, I started to feel like I could dream again. I could do what I wanted to. I could choose where I wanted to go, if I wanted to go to school or go to work. I started going to Christian Women's Job Corps. They teach Excel and Microsoft Word and life skills. I knew that I wanted to help people. You could be a social worker, and it just clicked. It was like, that's just perfect for me. So I decided to go to college. I got A's in my classes, and I'm on the dean's list now. And I'm on my second semester of school, and I'm loving it. One of the amazing things here at Restoration Village is not having that fear of being on my own, having to do everything without being ready. As long as I set my goals and go for them, then I can be here. And whenever I feel I'm ready, I can go. My dream is to get a master's in social work, to buy my own home, be able to support my kids without them being ashamed of their clothes or wanting to go over to friends' houses so that they can have something to eat. I want to raise them in church and teach them about God. Life is not worth living without God. We were meant to be with Him.